Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Thank you very much for calling me to the meeting. Jai. Very nice to see all these young, smiling faces here. Science students. That's very good because students in India are a big demand around the world. Because of Sanatana Dharma, there is this intellectual culture. So your forefathers all were like Sanatana Dharmis, Rishis, Devas. This is, we see in the West a university, Microsoft. I used to live near Microsoft headquarters. 33% from India. 1 out of 3. So, Krishna says in Gita, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te, that those who are following Dharma, who are following Gita, then they get buddhi, they get intelligence. So it's very important that side by side material knowledge, we cultivate spiritual knowledge. Because without spiritual knowledge, we see in the West, like I live in Canada and the USA, I lived in USA, although they have so much technology, because of Kali Yuga, people are very unhappy. Upadruta. Upadruta means they're always in anxiety. So we have a society called Bhaktivedanta Institute. It's all science, devotees who have science background, master degree, PhD. And Prabhupada, he used to, every day, when we went with Prabhupada, he'd say, what are the scientists saying today? It's like the whole strategy of the academic world in the West is to get rid of God. You have heard of Charles Darwin? So Darwin said that species, all the species, they evolved by natural selection on genetic mutations. So for over 100 years, they're pushing what is called neo-Darwinism. So they were looking in the geological strata and they predicted, Darwin predicted, oh, you'll find the tree of Darwin where one original ancestor, some genetic mutation happens, and then you get maybe some worms, and then some insects, just by genetic mutation. Gradually you got human beings. Now they discovered that the cell is a big factory, and it has so many different machines. Machines inside of a cell are made of mainly of protein molecules. You have mitochondria, you have organelles, you have the cell. It's like a factory, so it has a wall called a membrane. It's a double layer membrane, lipid membrane. And there's gates on the wall of the cell, different gates with sensors. And those sensors, oh no, this is poison, don't come in. Oh, food coming, okay, come in. Like that. This is all being run by the information content. The information content or DNA. So you know, if you go to the Tata company, you go factory, they have robots, right? Yeah. And the robots are putting particular pieces together to make a car, right? So they discovered same thing going on in a cell. And the robot is being directed by information, binary, computer coding, code system. The coding instructs the robot, pick this up, put it here. So how many years did the robotic engineers go to school to break their brain and study how to write software to make the robot do the right thing? So Darwin is saying, oh, just by some chance, by random, some random mutation, you got biotechnology, you got this advanced biotech inside of a cell. Is it possible? So they worked out the probability on a computer, supercomputer, MIT, what is the probability that you can, all the particles in the universe and all the events in the universe, and 4 billion years, they say life started 4 billion years ago, Big Bang, 14 billion years. What the probability that this could have happened? They worked out the probability. It turned out it's almost impossible. This is their scientific speculation, but they say the Big Bang happened 14, so 1.4 times 10 to the power 10. 10 to the power 10 is a billion years, so 14 billion years ago, Big Bang happened. And then the universe cooled down, and 4 billion years ago, there was a soup, a lake, primordial soup, and it had some carbon and some formaldehyde, different basic chemicals. Somehow it made a living cell, a creepy crawling cell like a bacteria, and it came out. So this is what they teach even in not only graduate but master's degree. They still in the textbook they show primordial soup. It's completely like lies. It's impossible. They know the probability is 1 in 10 to the power 90. 10 to the power 10 is a billion. 10 to the power 90 is a huge number. One chance in 10. So they realize, oh, probability, very difficult that life came by some just chemicals, you know. They also say, oh, the fossils will show the gradual evolution. But what they found in the Cambrian age, that's 533 million years ago, it's called the Cambrian explosion. All the fauna, all the phyla, all the little creatures that you see on the ocean bed, they all suddenly appeared. There's no precursory organisms prior to the Cambrian, Precambrian, and they don't know what to say, so they try to argue around it. But they have a problem. It's called the Cambrian explosion. This is paleontology, right? They found that the big problem, there's no gradual evidence of gradual from one ancestor. Fossil evidence repudiates, it defeats Darwin's theory, basically. So, Krishna says to Arjuna, there's two kinds of humans, Asura and the Sura. So then Krishna explains to Arjuna that the Asura, he has an emotional problem. He doesn't like God. He hates God. He anything but God, you know? Evolution, Big Bang, like that. No God. It's actually an emotional problem. So basically, atheism is a religion of the Asuras. So Krishna warns about this to Arjuna. He says, Asatyam apratishtam te jagadahura nishparam aparasparam sambhutam kimanyat kam ahoitu kam. They simply blinded by Maya, asatyam. Life is temporary. Have a few drinks, eat some meat, smoke some cigarette, you know. That's the apratishtam. There's no foundation, nothing. No one is holding up the planets. No one is making, you know, H2O. You need water. Rasoham apsukunte. Water is there. You need oxygen for your lungs. Oh, suddenly, oh, what a conundrum. What a coincidence. We have oxygen. Or you eat something and you get, you know, all the nutrients, protein, this, that, the other, carbohydrates. Oh, is it a big coincidence? Oh, yeah, it's all a coincidence. It's all a big accident. It's amazing. You need vitamin C, right? And you eat, what do you eat? Orange, carrot, you know. Your body can't do without vitamin C. You need vitamin D. Oh, you go out in the sun, it gives you vitamin. Oh, it's just by chance, you know. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy life. Enjoy your senses. So then Krishna tells Arjuna, Chintama Perimayam Cha Pralayantam Upashitaha. How's it go? Kamapa Boga Parma. Etavaditinis. That they're completely like distraught. The demonic person is always unhappy. He's always anxiety. His mind is chanchala, like this. He's always anxiety because he thinks he's God. He is the supreme enjoyer. Ishwaraham aham bogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. Krishna is saying, the maniac ego is so big. Ishwaraham, I am the controller. Bogi, I am the enjoyer. Bring me nice money. Bring me woman. All this, everyone trying to enjoy. There's no happiness here. They also think, Siddhoham, we're perfect. Human beings, we are the apex of civilization. Before, people were doing village work, working agriculture. Now we have technology, industry. We're so advanced. That's how they're thinking. Siddhoham, this science is making us perfect. We're so perfect now. We have rockets, we have nuclear weapons, we have jets that fly around. This is all Siddhoham Balabansuki. We're so strong. This is called Ugra Karma. Etam Jistam Avastyabhya Nastalpano Pabudaya Prabhavanti Ugra Karmana Shayaya Jagato Hitaha. That all this factory business, all this technology, this is actually the enterprise of the demons. It's Rajagun and Tamagun, Ugra Karma. So Krishna warns Arjuna, he warns us in the Gita, Etam Justam Avastabhya Nastalpano Pabudaya, that with your misdirected intelligence, Prabhavanti Ugra Karmana, you're making all these things for material comfort. Shayaya Jagato Hitaha. Your society, your civilization will explode, it'll implode, it will be destroyed by your own doing. Now, you know, Prabhupada says in that purport that they're very, very proud we have big nuclear bomb. Very proud. He said at any moment some fool can bomb another country and the whole thing will proliferate. America, Russia, Pakistan, India, who knows? But they're so proud of their advancement. One day, Shayaya Jakato Hitaha, they can destroy the whole place. All the big modern society become destroyed. So Prabhupada said we have to revive Sanatan Dharma. And that means we have to cultivate Sattva-gun, Sattvic lifestyle, Sattva-gun. Karmana Sukritasyahu Sattvikam Nirmalam Phalam. Means that in Sattva-gun, which means serving Krishna, chanting the names of Krishna, vegetarian, offering Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam to Krishna, we raise our mind, consciousness to Nirmalam, Sattvikam Nirmalam Phalam. We become pure in mind, peaceful. Nowadays, everyone is caught up in the Rajagun. Pritakvena tu yajganam nanabhavam pritakvedam veti sarvechi bhuteshu tadganam rajasam smritam. Oh, he's a Muslim, I'm a Hindu. Oh, she's a woman, I'm a man. Oh, I'm an Indian, you're American. This is all Rajagun. We're all spirit soul. We're all Mamaivam so jiva loke. We're all jiva. Soul, spiritual soul. Muslim, black, white, Indian, American. We're all spirit soul. So therefore that is Pandita Samadarshinaha, right? That is real knowledge. Rajavidya. This Bhagavad Gita is Rajavidya, Rajugayam, Pavitramidam Uttamam. This Bhagavad Gita is the king of knowledge. So when we come to the transcendental platform, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, we come to that platform. You see, everyone is serving Krishna. Ultimately, everyone is spiritual being, part and parcel, and servant of Lord Krishna. Kripanidhi, why are you using microphone? This is Ugra Karma. Why are you using mobile phone? Apple phone. So, in Kali Yuga, we have to make the best use of a bad bargain. We reject sinful activities, but we use everything in the service of Krishna. Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha. Nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yukta vairagyam uchyate. Iha yasya harir dasye karmana manasa gira nikalash vapu avapyete. Jivan mukta sa uchyate. That we can work in science, we can do science, technology, but we see that my brain is coming from Krishna. My senses are meant to serve Krishna. So I have to have a job, keep a family. So yes, we have to get master degree, undergraduate, PhD, and get a job. Maybe some of you will go to Europe, some will go to America, some will go to Russia. So many Indian students. It's called the brain drain. Wherever you go, you can chant Hare Krishna. And you can follow Sanatan Dharma. 4 tapasyas, 4 principles of Dharma, right? Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and honest truthfulness. Those principles are upheld by non-violence to animals will free you from violence, or make that'll austerity. No meat eating, no non-veg. That will keep you merciful. Yeah, merciful. No illicit sex. Nowadays, even I see in India, boyfriend, girlfriend. No. This is this is a recipe for disaster. You get a good Dharma Patni. That's what you get. Good Dharma Patni. She is like a fort. She will protect you from a heavy Maya. Krishna says, Dharma virude bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. I am sex, which is according to Dharma. Means marriage. You know, yagya, fire sacrifice, samskaras, get a good wife. You're fortunate. Indian wife, religious family, better than American wife. Very true. So you're fortunate. Land of Dharma. And then austerity. Nowadays, everyone wants to go to the bar. I see so many bars. Intoxication destroys your ability to control your mind, your senses, to focus on your life, and to fight and struggle. Material life means struggling. Now, if you go and just get drunk all the time, or smoke ganja, whatever, it really destroys that power, your Shakti, your Tejas. You lose Tejas. Austerity gives you Tejas. Means no intoxication and so on. And the final is the gambling business. Lottery system. You can win 4 crores, just buy this ticket. But that kind of thing is called cheating. Gambling, Krishna says, of gambling, I'm the greatest cheat. So gambling, cheating. So truthfulness is destroyed by gambling. And now people, oh yeah, play on a computer. Then they become very dishonest people. When you become a devotee of Lord Krishna, you surrender to Krishna. You chant japa. You follow 4 principles. They know the principles, right? Yes. Maybe sometimes you'll have problems because it's the material world. But you chant the name of God, Krishna. Hare Krishna. You do japa every day. You're doing japa. Good. Then, God has, every human, every being has 4 qualities. Nam, Rup, Leela, and Guna. So those are the 4. In this Nam, all Rupa, Guna, Leela, everything is there in the Nam. When you chant this name, it includes all Krishna Leela, Ram Leela, everything in the name. All the qualities of Krishna are in this name. He has unlimited good qualities. All his good qualities and activities, form, his form is there in this Nam. So when we do Nam Kirtan, when we do the Nam Japa, very powerful. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sharva Shakti. God has so much Shakti. You can just look outside. Do you like the sunlight? Do you like the rainfall? I mean, Sarvasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shuyate. God has so much Shakti, you have no idea. It's all in the name, the Nam. So most important is to chant the Nam every day. If you can, you do more than 16. Because Krishna, if he sees his devotee going, Krishna, I'm not giving you 100%. I give you 120%. So if you do a little more, if you try a little harder in bhakti, Krishna reciprocates so much. Oh, look, my devotee, he's trying even more than what I asked. You do just like the father, you do a little more than what the father has. It's very happy, very peaceful, very happy. So therefore, Krishna is saying that asamshaya mahaboho mano durni graham chalam. Then the mind is very, very strong and bad, obstinate, and chanchala. Chanchala himana Krishna pramati balavadridam, right? The mind is chanchala. The more you chant, if you say, okay, today 20 rounds, I have some time, turn off the TV, turn off the Bollywood, turn off Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And I give half an hour, I do 20 rounds today. Then, the mind will tell you, no. You have to play some video games. You have to watch some Facebook, whatever. Just a waste of time. If you give a little more to Krishna, then he gives so much. You give 1 foot, he gives 1,000 feet back. You give 1 step, he comes to you 1,000 times. Okay, I did 20 rounds. Now what? Oh, come over, let's do some kirtan. Actually, when you do kirtan in a public place, the power of the kirtan increases by 1,000 times. Yeah. So even in the West, Canada, USA, we go out in the streets, and when we chant, it's so much more powerful because Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so happy that you're giving, here, take the name of God, take the name of Lord. You're going outside, you're taking risk also. Not so much in India, but in the West, some people punch you in the face. Krishna says, one who gives this Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge, this Nam, to other people, Kaschin me priya kritama. He is my most dear devotee. Most dear is one who gives. You take it and then you give it to someone else. This is vadanyaya, compassion, mercy, altruistic. The greatest benedict you can do for people, they'll give the Nam. So, Lord Chaitanya says, I order every man to become Krishna conscious and then give it to others. Yare deke tare kaha upadesh amara jnana guru hane edesh. Right? We give to others. Then, so Prabhupada used to ask us, Please go out and distribute. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he met Prabhupada when Prabhupada was 26. And he said, you are educated, you go outside of India. First time, 1922. You're educated man, you go outside and give this great treasure of India. Give it to the world. It's the great Ratna. What's Ratna? Jewel? The greatest jewel in the world is the Nam. Bhagavan Nam, Krishna Nam. So Haridas Thakur, born a Muslim, is Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma stole the cows and calves and cowherd boys. And then he's so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Krishna. Krishna expanded, right? The cowherd boy calves. And then he showed who he is. You think, how's that go? Avajanati mamudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajan. Says foolish people, Muda, donkey, they think I'm human. But Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govana. This is Govana. So he showed Brahma, all Shivas, all different universes coming and offering respect to him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all the Shivas, so many Shivas, Panchamukhis, they're coming, oh Krishna, like this. Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. The greatest Vaishnav is Shambhu. So, Haridas Thakur is Lord Brahma. He understood, oh, this Krishna is not some little boy. Although Krishna likes to be a little boy. So, devotee, he knows, Janma Karma Chamai Devyam Evam Ye Vatitot Yo Vatitat Padaha. That Lord Krishna, his Janma, his karma, everything, he is the Supreme Lord. Lord Brahma said, Yasyaika Nishpashita Katamata Valabhyam Jivanti Loma Villaja Ananta, how's it go? Jagadandanatha. That from the pores, Jivanti Loma, from the pores of Mahavishnu comes so many universes from his breathing. One breath, so many universes. One breath of Mahavishnu is 311 trillion years of humans. One breath. And all this Mahavishnu, he comes from Sankarshan, expansion of Lord Balaram, who's an expansion of Krishna. So, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So that Brahma, he takes birth in Kali Yuga as Haridas Thakur, a Muslim family. And then the Muslims are beating him. You became Hindu. And they beat him 22 marketplaces. And he's praying for them. Oh, please, let me take their sinful reaction. Let them go back to Godhead. This is the Vaishnava. Let me suffer all living entities' sins. And let me go to the Yamaloka. Let them go to Krishna. This is Vadanyaya, Namo Mahavadanya. This is compassion. Kripalu, compassion. And so, Haridas Thakur is a great Namacharya. Every day, 192 rounds. How many rounds do you do? He does 192 rounds every day because the name is so sweet. In the Rupa Goswami says, Tato Nishta Tata Ruchi. Ruchi means sweet. If you chant purely, without offenses, avoid offenses, then you get this taste. It's very sweet. Ruchi. Ata Shakti. Then you develop some affection, attachment to Krishna, the flute player of Vrindavan. You become very, very attached, emotionally attached. This is divine love. This is prema pumarta mahan. This is the goal of life. Feel some prema when you chant. So Haridas Thakur, he's just tasting ruchi, nam ruchi, 192 rounds. He's maybe thinking, maybe I should chant 200. Not enough time. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, that is Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha, Krishna, Nohe, Anya. So Krishna is merciful. He came in Dwapara Yuga, came Treta Yuga, Lord Ram, Satya Yuga, Lord Nrsingadev, Lord Varaha. So many Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo. So many avatars, just like waves in the ocean. You can't count. But this is Mahavadanyaya avatar. Gauranga is Radha and Krishna. And is Krishna, sometimes he has to kill demons. But Lord Chaitanya, he doesn't kill, he only gives prema. It doesn't matter, you're Rakshas, you're this, you're that, tribal person. Doesn't matter, Lord Chaitanya gives a Nam, Kirtan to everyone. Kirata Hunanja Pulinda Pukash, you know that verse. We have to please Lord Chaitanya, he's the gardener. And we have to give this mercy. We have to become strong, and then we have to give to everyone. The name Brihat Madanga means the big Madanga. That is Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. When we go to university, college, we give to people, our friends, you know. Here, Prabhupada said, if they touch my books, their lives will become perfect. Just touching my book. Srimad Bhagavatam is the book Bhagavat, book Bhagavan. Sorry, Prabhu. So we want to give mercy. Every day we say, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado, Yasya Prasada Nakati Katopi, right? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is great Mahashan, Mahabhagavat, great devotee. And he gave this prayer, that how to please the Acharya, you become strict, you become nishta, fixed in Krishna consciousness, and then you go out to everyone, doesn't matter, and give to everyone, Krishna. This is the highest welfare work, right? Highest welfare work. There's books by Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. And him and me, we used to preach IIT Delhi. And we do workshops. And can chemicals produce life? Because he's chemist. And synthetic chemists know that every year the goalpost, if you're playing soccer and someone moved the goalpost, it's more difficult to get the goal. So what they're discovering, synthetic chemistry, there's more and more complexity. We have no idea how to make life. They call abiogenesis. Means before Genesis, before bio, can you make life? Then they discovered, amino acids, they make proteins. But amino acids, not so easy. They can make some amino acids from some carbon and some formaldehyde and some other chemicals. But the amino acids inside the cell, they're called chirality. Chirality means left-handed. So those molecules are left-handed. The amino acids, there are 20 amino acids. They're all mixed up. They're stereo, they're right-handed. So by chance, it's very, very difficult. Even now in the laboratory, they have difficulty synthesizing the protein molecules required inside of the cell. They have no idea how to do this, to get left-handed amino acids to make that protein, functional protein. No idea. If you look at they're called origin of life scientists, OLL, origin of life science. And they say, oh yeah, we're going to make life, in 2010. 2010 went by, not even close. Oh, we're going to make life 2015. 2015 went by, not even close. And they cheat people, they're all cheating. Because the government gives them big, big grants. If you can make life, then you're like God. You don't need God, right? So have you heard of enzymes? Everyone heard enzymes. So what is an enzyme? It's like a tool in your toolbox. It's made of it's a complex protein molecule. It's manufactured by the cell. And the manufacturing business is done by the DNA, information, coding. Coding means someone wrote the code. It's very difficult to think that coding comes by chance. So they have no idea, like the enzyme is produced inside of a cell, right? So that's after bio. It's not pre-bio, it's after bio. They have no idea how to make an enzyme, a protein molecule. It's like a toolbox. You open your toolbox, you get a wrench, and you fix your car. That's what an enzyme is. It has function. It has purpose. They have no idea how to make it. So, oh, no. We can extract an enzyme from a vegetable or a fish, and then we can do some engineering, bioengineering, and we can, and I say, I'm talking about before life. You're extracting from bio. You pre-bio. You take an enzyme from pre-bio, from some chemicals. Then we're in business. Otherwise, you're just cheating. So that's how they cheat. They take things from post-bio, and then they make something in a petri dish. They say, look, we have a proto-cell. We have like a proto-cell, all cheating. They're all cheating and lying. And these are the intellectuals, the Brahmins, so-called Brahmins, Kali Yuga Brahmins, So these books by Swarup Damodar Maharaj and other devotees as well. But Swarup Damodar Maharaj's books are very easy to read, very comfortable. They're about abiogenesis. They're about ID. ID means intelligent design. You have to get, like, if you want to write robotics, you want to write code for a supercomputer, you need a dream team. You get a dream team of top IT, software engineers, right? And then they ship you over to Microsoft, right? And then you start figuring out, how to upgrade, the software language and so on, so you can get more and more efficient, high tech, right? So if it takes so much brain to write the coding, computer coding, and Bill Gates, he said, oh no, DNA is way more advanced. It's ATGC, 4 letters. Binary is only zeros and ones. DNA has ATGC, 4 letters, and it writes, it's like a code, it writes like a instruction, like you have an instruction manual. Exactly the same thing, right? And the DNA holds the instruction. So, if it takes so much brain to go over to Microsoft and write advanced software, right? How much brain you think it takes to write the DNA coding? You think it just by under a rock somewhere 10 billion years ago, under a rock, these, they call them nucleic acids, ATG, they came together, oh yeah, let's make life, So if Bill Gates, the master of Microsoft, he admits that we have no idea DNA is too complicated, why don't you say there's intelligent designer, there's a code writer, someone writes the code, every single cell, tree cells, animal cells, insect cells, reptile cells, they're all different cells, all different DNA. Someone wrote the code, they're all biological machine, right? Yancha Rudani, Mayaya. Ishvara, Sarvabhutani, Rideshi, Arjuna Tishtati, Brahman Sarvabhutani, Yantra Rudani. Krishna says, I'm in every living being, as if sitting on a machine made of the material elements. The Bhumi Apano Vayu, Kamano Buddhi Evacha, Ankaraitiyame, the subtle and gross material elements. Krishna is sitting like on a machine, every species. Aham bija pradapita. Krishna is the code writer. He's the supreme software engineer. He is a software engineer. It's just like software. It's an expression. It's a code. It's an expression. And then inside the cell, they show now, on YouTube, they show how different proteins are being made, selection is being made based on the instruction, information content. The information content expresses, okay, you have to make this, you have to make this, you have to synthesize carbohydrate, you have to synthesize fatty acid, lipids, you need nucleic acids, you need all the proteins. The proteins are like the little machines that go around doing things all inside it. And how many cells do we have? Human being? 30 trillion. Everybody has 30 trillion cells. And Krishna is so smart that when the cell is getting old, right, the cell splits and it brings the information on each side. So if that one dies, every 7 years you have new cells in your body. They're going through Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi also. So Prabhu's, you're very fortunate. You're born in Bharat, right? Bharat Bhumite Manusya Janma Hoil. Janma Sartaka Kora, Parakora Upakara. You may, last life you may have been American. And then I gave you prasadam. You ate the prasadam, you did some Hare Krishna, you read Bhagavad Gita. Then Krishna said, okay, you die, everyone dies. Okay, you take birth in Bharat Bhumi. And then you meet the ISKCON. And now you're continuing. Who knows? We don't know. You know? So when Krishna gives a birth in Bharat, it's a very auspicious, right? I mean, God, he used to walk around in Ayodhya, he walked around in Mathura, he walked around here in Navadvip. Footprints are there. Footprints are in Jharkhand where he walked, right? So God himself is a person, and he came to help his Mamaivam Sujiva Loka. He wants you to come with him back to Goloka Vrindavan. It's not a joke. This place, Dukalayama Shashvatam, is full of misery, man. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Dosha Anudara. It's just nothing but misery. And in Kali Yuga, even more misery. You know, the airplane is flying in Ahmedabad, 250 people, bam! Young people, kids, housewives, someone's wife, someone's husband, bam! You know? Kamala Dala Jala, Jivana Tala Mala, Govinda Dat. Life is like a drop of water on the leaf at any moment, you know? That's for sure. So I beg you, please take seriously this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Of course, Rupa Goswami says, in a verse which I can't remember right now, that there's going to be some challenges in life. So many challenges. How does that verse go? Jivan Mukta Shri. Prapanchika Tiya Buddha Hari Sambandhi Vastunam Mumukshi Purityago Jivan Mukta Sayuchite. Means that in life there's going to be problems. Pandavas, Queen Kunti, so many problems. They got poisoned, they got fired, burnt the house down, they lost their wife, Draupadi. Krishna had to come and save her, you know. So in this world there's always problems, but just keep serving Krishna. Keep chanting his name, like Draupadi. Oh, Govinda, Govinda! And then Krishna became the Sari, unlimited Sari. Dushashan, he's Maharati. He has the strength and power of 10,000 soldiers, 10,000 warriors. Very powerful person. Draupadi, poor, just a Mataji, no strength. But she put Govinda, Govinda. And Krishna immediately came. So, Ananyas Chintayantuma ye jana paryupasate tesham nitya bhuyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Krishna will protect you and supply what you need and protect what you have. And he says, Shashvat Shantim Kuntiya Pratijani Name Bhakta Pranay. My devotee will never, ever be vanquished. He may put some tests, test is always there. Prabhupada, he had a pharmacy. He lost everything because Krishna had a plan for him. He's thinking, Krishna, what's going on? Yasyaham anugrinami haniseta dhanam shane. He's thinking, okay, Krishna's taking everything away. He has a plan. Like Bali Maharaj, Lord Vamana, took everything away. We got Prema Bhakti. Lord Vamadev standing as the doorkeeper of his devotee. So this is Bhakti. Don't give up. Keep going. Judhavrata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So Srila Prabhupada, he lost everything. His wife, she was not much devoted. He took sannyas at the age of 53. He went to Mathura. He took sannyas from Keshav Maharaj. And then he was trying to print some books, some Back to Godhead, and try to create society in Jhansi, UP. Create society, struggling. And he had no money, nothing. But he had determination. He had bhakti, prema bhakti for Krishna, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and his guru, Bhakti Siddhanta. He used to write articles, even Grihastha time. And his godbrothers, Abhay Babu, very nice writing. And Bhakti Siddhanta said, just leave him alone. He will do whatever is required later on. Don't get involved, because they were fighting over property and all this. Gaudiya Math, they were having material desires. So Prabhupada was struggling so much in New Delhi. Hot sun, Prabhupada fainting, old body, 68, 67, old body, struggling for Krishna. So Prabhupada, think, I must go to the West. Somehow, he had no money. So he went to Shumati Murarji in Bombay. She owned shipping company. And he, every day going, and Mataji, oh, Swamiji, you're too old. No, you're going to die in America. Don't go to America. Horrible place, don't go. No, I must go. My guru has told me, go to America. Go to the West, preach. So finally she relented. Okay, we give you a room on the Jaladuta, and you go to New York, okay? No money, only Bhagavatam, first canto, suitcase full of Bhagavatam, first canto, 3 volumes. So even on the cargo boat, Prabhupada got 2 heart attacks. And then the 3rd night he's dreaming Krishna and all the avatars, Lord Ram, Parashuram, Matsya, Kurma, all the avatars are rowing his boat. And then the ocean became very quiet because Prabhupada thought, 1 more heart attack, I'll be gone. 2 heart attacks. Heavy. People die from a heart attack. Stroke, heart attack, big problem. So he got to America somehow. Krishna's rowing the boat. Okay. Got to America. Now what? He's in America. No one's with him. No one's, I'll pick you up. Yes, send a taxi. Send a taxi. Like, if you go now, if I go to New Delhi, Haribo Prabhu, I just arrived from Calcutta. Can you send a taxi? Oh, yes, Prabhu. Yes, no problem. Don't worry, I'll pay the taxi fare. No, Prabhupada's there by himself. Of course, with Krishna, right? He's seeing Krishna everywhere. Yomam pasati sarvasya sarvam chamaipat. He's seeing Krishna everywhere. He's being guided by Krishna and Guru. So a little different, but from outside, who's this holy man, 70 years old, walking around in New York with Indian shoes in the snow? It's cold. very cold, and he's walking with those very inexpensive plastic shoes. And he's thinking, oh, what? Why did Krishna bring me to this place? Rajagun Tamagun. So, in America at that time, a war was going on, Vietnam War, fighting communism. Communism will defeat itself because it's all cheating. Communism, capitalism, these things come and go. Anyway, so young people, I was very young, 18, 19, 20. So we said, we're living in America or Canada, wealthy countries, at technology, everyone wants to go there. I don't see anyone happy. No one happy, Tamagun, Rajagun. Not only not happy, but so much murder, so much raping, so much Tamagun. Crazy people killing each other. You read the news. In America, so much crime, so much Tamagun. Everyone has a gun. Everyone has a gun. So Prabhupada's like, why? Krishna brought me to this place, crazy place. And then somehow, myself, all these young people, we were young, your age, 20 years old, 18, 17, 16. And we said, I hate this American stuff, you know. I was studying engineering. I couldn't take another job. Oh, people always unhappy, everyone unhappy. No spiritual culture, no peace of mind. Just taking some drugs, LSD, ganja, alcohol, girlfriend. More unhappiness. Girlfriend means more unhappiness. Ganja, alcohol, more unhappiness. So we started reading about Hinduism, yoga. Because when we took drugs, you get high, and we'd feel, oh, there's more to the universe. This kind of LSD made your mind think about where the universe came from, things like that. So even big professors were saying, yes, you try LSD, a religious experience. It was like fake religion, like counterfeit money, but gave you an idea that your consciousness can go high. You can go high. So we're looking at like reading about these yogis in the Himalayas, and we're reading these yoga books about Advaitism, all Advaitism. I'm God. Oh wow, I can be God. It's all nonsense. How can you be God? But all this Mayavad, Shankaracharya, you know, was all over. Many swamis were there. Everywhere you go, some swami teaching yoga. Yes, you become. You pay me $500. I can make you God. I can give you nirvana, moksha. People go. There's so much upadruta, so much anxiety. Okay, here, $500. Give me the mantra. So my friend, she paid this yogi $250 for the mantra. And I said, so, she said, no, secret, I can't tell you. So then I joined, it's Hare Krishna. And I said to her, by the way, that mantra, what mantra was it? You paid $250. Oh, very secret mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I said I could give you free. It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. So cheating swamis, all cheaters. But we were searching. And then Prabhupada, the hippies, people who were into Buddha, you know, the Eastern, Oriental philosophy. Oh, the Swami, he's wow, chanting, you know, makes you very high, makes you so high, blissful, you know. So more people heard about the Swami. He's in the slum of New York. Drunk people everywhere, dead people everywhere. They take so much intoxication. They die on the sidewalk. Addiction. All over America, you have addiction. And Swamiji just stepping over the drunk guy, small little temple. But we said, I don't want to work anymore for the status quo. So we rejected, we did like Vairagya. Forget American nightmare, not American dream, American nightmare. So we were living like in cheap places around those areas called the village. And we were like tribal, became like, we're looking for a tribe. We're all hippies. And that time smoking some ganja and talking about I'm God, you're God, the cosmos, mantra meditation. So Prabhupada started attracting all the hippies. We're all from the suburbia. We're all from middle class or rich family. Businessmen, all this. And we saw so much suffering. Wife, husband, always fighting. Divorce. So much divorce in the West. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 80%. And the children suffer. Where's my father? Where's my mother? So many problems. We were looking for alternative paradigm, a different paradigm. Their paradigm is Artha and Kama, right? Dharma, Artha, then Kama, and then Moksha. So we're looking for Moksha. We realized Artha, Kama, no happiness. How does the verse go? Savai Pumsam, those verses like that. So Prabhupada was very serious, very great, because we went other swamis. Oh, they're like laughing swami. Or, oh yeah, you give me money, I can make you so rich. You chant mantra, you may become very rich. I'm thinking, even if I don't have a job in Canada, they give you money. I don't care about rich. I can make some money anywhere. So much opportunity, People go there by the hundreds. Thousands go every year to get job. What's this guy? Why is he talking about getting rich? I know rich people, they're very unhappy. So I rejected. So like that, we're looking for authentic, someone authentic. That the jewel of life, the real treasure of life is this bhakti, this holy name, Nam, the Nam of Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Nam, Bhakti Yoga. That's what we want. Prabhupada's so great, So much difficulty. Hippies coming, they're on drugs. And they're, oh Swami, I'm God. Prabhupada, please accept my namaskars. Now you can go. Sometimes the hippie girls, young girls, beautiful American girls, they give up everything. They come, hardly anything, clothes on. So Prabhupada kept some saris. He said, Prabhu, his disciple, Hayagriva, you put some clothes on the girl. He's a great acharya. Girls are dancing, Hare Krishna. No clothes, very little, not properly dressed, Prabhupada. Give sari. This is a kind of craziness Prabhupada sitting. But we were very sincere. Prabhupada said, you don't need LSD to realize God or become happy or elevated. Just simply chant this Hare Krishna mantra. So like that we started. But in the beginning, the hippies, we got Prabhupada just a big room, one light. It was like a go-down. Very dirty, very dusty, in the Bowery. Bowery means all alcoholic people, drug addicts, criminals. But very cheap. $100 for a nice room. Because no one wants to go there. That's how it started. In this horrible place, not like this. No. Prabhupada's and some fellow named Paul, he was renting this place. And he's, oh, Swami, you can stay. It was a big, big go down with nothing. So then people were coming, hippies, young people, oh, the Swami. And then we had our own newspaper, hippie newspaper. It said where you can buy ganja, where you can get fake ID, where how to avoid the police. That underground newspaper. And the newspaper said, oh, there's a new Swami. He's in the village, like the Bowery area village. And he says you don't need LSD. Simply chant this Hare Krishna and you can become very high. Stay high forever. So like that, they were promoting Prabhupada in this whole hippie movement. Young people like disgusted, we're disgusted. I thought if you go to Canada, US, you're going to be happy, more unhappy than living here or somewhere else, you know. So that's how it started, Prabhupada struggling. So this is the whole scene. You can see it on the footage, TV. It's ITV footage, right? Oh, we're all hippies. Sometimes we bring a dog. You know, we think, oh, dog, you know, you just have a pet dog, you know. Sometimes we're bringing dog to the mandir, temple. It's a temple, small temple. Prabhupada, no, keep the dog outside. He's so tolerant, you know. You can't bring the dog inside. Keep him outside. Oh, Krishna. So that's how it started. So Prabhupada's in this big go down, very dirty, one bulb, one light, and he's just so transcendental. He's giving Bhagavad Gita class, he's giving Bhagavatam class, he's giving Japa class, you know. And people are coming, all kinds of hippies are coming, young people. They're reading all kinds of books from China, from Buddha, you know, from different groups, kind of esoteric books, Oriental books, you know, different Bhagavad Gitas. So everyone's looking. Prabhupada, like Himalayas, real, authentic. So then the guy that was allowing Prabhupada to stay in this go down, he took too many drugs and he went crazy. And he started attacking Prabhupada. Going, you know, drugs is psychoactive. So the psychiatry, you can have a very negative psychic effect. It's very dangerous. So he went crazy and Prabhupada's like, so Prabhupada packed his suitcase and he just went out on the street. And it was dark and there's drug addicts and alcoholics and dangerous. Anyway, he went to one fellow and said, I can't stay there. This fellow is a crazy guy. He may kill me. So they had to find 26 2nd Avenue. Then they found it. And then Prabhupada, from there, some of the hippies, were going to India. I want to go to India, go Himalayas, and find a Swami, yogi, and become a yogi. Radhanath Swami, you know, walked all the way to India. So Brahmananda, Prabhupada's first disciple, and others, they went to India. Kirtanananda, Hayagriva, they got on the same boat Prabhupada came with. They took that boat and went to Bombay. Same boat, Jaladuta, that came then on the return. Kirtanananda, Hayagriva. But when they went to India, everyone, yogi, Swami, they couldn't find anyone authentic. They met some Swami yogi guys, and it's like smoking chillam, or you know, interested in women, you know, like women, like American hippie women, you know, like this. So they were completely disgusted, and they went back to America. They didn't find the right person that could teach them, give them the real clear thing, you know. So Dharma Projita Kaitravocha, but all cheating people. So when they went back, Brahmananda was walking in the Bowery because they were all looking India, you know, Indian something. I saw Prabhupada just walking down the sidewalk, saffron, you know, with his walking stick in the middle of New York. The Swami just walking. He said, "Are you a Swami?" "Yes, I am a Swami." Come to I have Gita class every night, 5 o'clock, you come for Gita class. And Prabhupada was giving Gita class in the middle of this horrible place in 22nd Avenue. And so Brahmananda went, his brother, Gargamuni, they went, then they saw Keith, Kirtanananda, and Hayagriva. He was a professor of English. And so Prabhupada said, "Oh, you can translate the Gita for me and my purports." He said, "Take any Gita." So he got Radha Krishnamurti, someone, Gita, which was Mayavadi. But he said, "Doesn't matter, my purports are most important." And he said, pretty accurate Sanskrit. So Hayagriva, he was a professor, but he was taking drugs. He's a professor of English. So he did the first translation of the Gita, which was very condensed, abridged. But he was the first. And Prabhupada was very happy, you know. So all these people started coming, all young people started coming. Jadurani, many Jewish people, very intelligent. Good making money, kind of like Indians. Very intelligent. So she was reading Shankaracharya, Mayavadi, Advaita. So she came to 22nd Avenue, first woman, first lady, one of the first. And when she went inside, Prabhupada came from he had a room, and he offered businesses to a picture. Brahmananda had brought a picture of Lord Chaitanya from India. Just bought it in the sidewalk, you know. He didn't know who it was. Prabhupada said, "This is Lord Chaitanya." It's God himself. So Prabhupada offering obeisances to this big picture of Lord Chaitanya. And Jadurani, she sees him doing dandabats. She thinks, "Oh, he's self-realized. He's a pandit. He's attained moksha. He's offering obeisances to the floor. The floor is God. I'm God. He's God. He's attained, you know, he's Siddhanta, you know. He's attained complete realization." So then Prabhupada said, after Gita class, "Oh, come, what's your name?" "Judy." "Oh, do you live close by?" Because he's going to tell her, you come for Gita morning program. He said, "Do you live close by?" Actually, she lived 25 miles away. And she had to take a train. And she's like, "Very close, Swami, very close. We're all one, we're all God. I'm God, you're God. Very close." And Prabhupada goes, "Good, then you can come tomorrow at 5 a.m. for Mangalarti." And she's like, "Oh my God, how can I come? I live 25 miles. I have to take train and come." So like that, Prabhupada's dealing with all these crazy people. Not crazy, but misinformed. Anyway, she came. People are joining. And then most of us were influenced by Mayavad, Sunyavad. Therefore, nirvishesha shunyavadi paschacha desatarine. So Prabhupada came to teach us that absolute Vedanti Tattva Vedas. The absolute truth, Bhagwan iti shabdyate. So, so many stories. Then Prabhupada said, okay, we're going to have Sunday Love Feast. So then he started Sunday Love Feast, and he cooked for everyone. He did all the cooking. And then in the morning, some people started staying with him in the temple and sleeping there. And so probably only one bathroom. So he would come, and they're like, oh, Swamiji, Haribol, hello, how are you? And they're all going for the bath. And Prabhupada's standing in the back, waiting for them, waiting his turn. It's so humble, you know? He's like, just, no, it's fine. And then one day they said, is Swamiji, is that okay name? He said, no, Swamiji is cheap name. You call, and said, what can we call you? He said, you call me Prabhupada. So like that started how his title came, Prabhupada. And then he said, you should take Diksha. You follow the 4 principles and you chant 64 rounds. 64 rounds? No way. We don't even chant 5 rounds. Okay, 32 rounds. No, too much. Minimum 16. Okay, we try 16 like that. Then Brahmananda was Bruce and Gargamuni was Greg. So they were Jewish and their father was businessman. And so Prabhupada said, now you come, we do yagya, Hawan, and you take your spiritual name. So you bring your father. The father is like, no, I don't know this. You don't like money, you sleep on the floor, you don't eat meat, you gone crazy. But the mother, she has a soft heart. Okay, I'll come. So she came for the Diksha. And Prabhupada did the yagya. And then he said to Brahmananda and Gargamuni, okay, now you offer namaskar to your mother. Because mother should be respected. Parents, right? Deva Dvija Guru Pragya. Right? In the Bhagavad Gita. Pujanam Sochamar Javam Brahmachara Mahinsa Cha. Right? So it says parents also you respect. Guru, God, Dvija, Brahmin, okay. So they're offering obeisances to mother, and then Prabhupada said, touch her feet. So she touched her feet. Then he said, now the custom is that the relatives, they have to give some dakshin to the guru. Like bakshish. And she's looking at Prabhupada and she's crying. She said, I give my 2 sons bakshish, now you want money? And she's crying, you take my sons and now you want my money? Oh no, this is a Vedic custom, you have to give. She said, no, you got my sons, I'm not giving you a paisa. Then he said to her, your sons are doing the greatest service. The greatest service, don't think now they're not serving you. He said, they are doing the greatest service for you. And then of course, he would quote at different times that Prahlad Maharaj, Nishingadev gave him the benediction, 21 generations will go back to Goloka Vrindavan by your bhakti, by your pure prema bhakti. All your generation, 21 generations, you're blessing them all to go back to Krishna Loka. This is the mercy of Krishna, right? What more mercy? So all her parents, even they're eating meat, and it doesn't matter, they will go back. They become pure devotee, take all your ancestors with you. It's a great, great mercy of Krishna. So like this, then Prabhupada said, you open now second temple. Second temple was Montreal, Canada, because Prabhupada had to go there, renew visa. New York, Montreal, maybe 1 hour away. By bus, 2 hours. Very close. So Prabhupada went to Montreal. Then Jayapataka Maharaj, he heard about Hare Krishna. So he was joining in Minneapolis and different places. Then he went to Toronto, Canada. Then he went to Montreal to meet Prabhupada. 1967, I think, 68 maybe. No, it must have been 66 actually, 1966. So Prabhupada was in Montreal for 3 months. And then Prabhupada said, Yamuna and Mukunda and Janaki, you go to San Francisco. San Francisco was the center of the hippie movement. Big, thousands young people just dropping out of society. American, this is bogus. Big disillusion. Everyone disillusioned with the American dream. No happiness. Just like eating dry grass, dry cakes, no nectar. So everyone in San Francisco, big, everyone went there. I was going there, but I didn't get there. I met devotees in a city just north of San Francisco. So Prabhupada went there, gradually went there, and many people joining. Many people joined there. Crazy people. So one day, they found in a shop Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. They brought to Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, oh, now Lord Jagannath has come to America. He said, they brought one, Jagannath. He said, there's 2 more. Go back to the shop and bring me Baladev, Subhadra. So they went back to the shop, they found Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, a little bigger. They brought to Prabhupada. Said, oh, Lord Jagannath, he's very merciful to the Malechas and Yavanas. Look at everyone eating meat, you know. Very merciful. Even in Puri, the Pandits, they eat fish, but Jagannath accepts Jagannath Prasad. He's so merciful. So then Prabhupada told Shyamasundar, he's a carver, wood carver. You make big Jagannath. So they made very big Jagannath, like this big. About 20 kilo. One Jagannath. One Subhadra, one Balaram. So they made, and then Prabhupada said, you build an altar. They built the altar and they put Lord Jagannath there, but there was no dress. So they were worshipping Jagannath. He was painted, but there's no dress yet. They had to make dress. So every day, devotees would go to a park, famous park, Golden Gate Park, and there was a hippie hill there. And the hippies would all go there and they play, music, smoke ganja, play music, sing about peace, anti-war, we have to change hypocrisy of America, we want to change, blah, blah, blah. So the hippies, devotees will go there and they'll be chanting. There's some videos, and you see Hare Krishna, and Prabhupada's Hare Krishna with little drum, So the devotees, Prabhupada said, okay, today you go to the park and chant. Every day you go and chant. So they went, and Prabhupada was writing. He was doing translation work. So Prabhupada's secretary, Purushottam, he came to Prabhupada. Said, Prabhupada said, where are devotees? Oh, they went to the park with Lord Jagannath. They what? Yeah, they took Jagannath to the park and they put him on the grass, and all the hippies are chanting with Jagannath. There's actually a picture If you go in the back behind Prabhupada in Mayapur temple, Radha Madhav site, you'll see Prabhupada sitting there with Lord Jagannath. Jagannath doesn't go outside the mandir except for Rath Yatra. What are they doing? So anyway, he rushed down, and he's so tolerant, you know. Okay, okay. So they sit down and they're chanting with Jagannath. And they took him back to the temple. Prabhupada said, Jagannath only goes on one day a year to Rath Yatra. You can't take Jagannath, put him on the grass. He's a God himself. What are you doing? This is Archamurti of God, Archavigraha of God. Okay, Prabhupada. Like this, Prabhupada teaching everything. One time, Yamuna helping Prabhupada in the beginning. Prabhupada said that no boyfriend, girlfriend, you have to get married. So Mukunda and Janaki, Michael, they were the first devotees, very first devotees. They were boyfriend, girlfriend. It was the American way. Middle class people. Middle class. Mukunda's parents, relatives, quite wealthy. I said, no boyfriend, girlfriend, you get married. So they got married. And Prabhupada said, Janaki, her sister is Yamuna. So you have to cook for the wedding. So Prabhupada was teaching her all the chapati, sabji, halava, big feast. First wedding. Yamuna is helping Prabhupada. Yamuna, Prabhupada saying you have to cook for the wedding, your sister's wedding. This is in New York. So, do you know how to make chapati dough? Oh, you mean like light dough, pastry dough, cake dough? What kind of dough you want? Prabhupada, every Indian girl in India knows how to make chapati dough. You don't know how to make chapati dough? Every mother teaches Indian girl make chapati dough. No, Prabhupada. Okay, I show you. Then water, atta, you know. So they're working, and very hot. July, hot, humid, like Calcutta. So they're cooking, and she's perspiring, you know, and helping Prabhupada. Prabhupada, can I go outside for a smoke? I have to have a smoke. Because she didn't know anything. She just came from the other side of America for the wedding. She didn't know anything. She just knew the Swami. First time. So Prabhupada took her outside. Actually, there's 4 principles. No intoxication, like this. Okay, Prabhupada. She came back inside. After cooking, very hot. Prabhupada, can I have a drink of water? Prabhupada again took her outside. This is Radharani's kitchen. When you're cooking for Radha Krishna, when you're cooking, this kitchen is Radharani kitchen. No drinking, no eating. When you finish, you can drink. Okay, Prabhupada. Come back. Like this, Prabhupada is very strict and teaching. And the Jamuna, she was on special diet. Like hippies, we started eating just like vegetables, brown rice, like very strict diet. No white sugar, no flour. We're trying to be sattvic, you know, yoga diet. So Yamuna was doing this diet, and Prabhupada had a big jar with gulab jamun. And it's soaking in sugar water. And so when she first came to meet the Swami the day before, oh, you are sister of Janaki. Okay, come. And he would keep the gulab jamun for visitors. And Yamuna, oh no, Swami, I couldn't possibly, I'm on macrobiotic diet. This diet is brown rice, like, you know, very healthy stuff. Sprouts, raw food, no cooking, you know. Oh, Swamiji, I couldn't possibly, no, come. Okay, and she, you know, polite, I have to be polite. She comes up, Prabhupada takes the gulab jamun. Open your mouth. Oh, no, Swami, please, no. Open. And he goes, eat, and the whole gulab jamun in her mouth explodes. And she's thinking, I will never come back here again. This is the last. Oh, Krishna. So that's the first experience with Prabhupada. Yamuna was very close to Prabhupada. She is a very serious devotee. Very, very serious. Every day we hear, Govindam Adi, that's Yamuna. And some brahmachari sannyasis, oh, why you have woman singing? Prabhupada, she's not woman, she is Vaishnavi. He said like that. He said her singing is from Goloka Vrindavan. So Krishna says, Triyo Vaishyas Tata Sujas Tepi Yanti Param Gatim. And even Yamuna was in Vrindavan with her husband, Gurudas, building Krishna Balaram Mandir. And Gurudas kept telling Prabhupada, oh yeah, no, for Janmashtami, everything will be ready. There was nothing there. All people, they were getting cheated. There was only rebar and concrete. And Prabhupada invited, all the government people, chief minister, CM, everyone to come for Janmashtami in 1974. And nothing was ready. And then Prabhupada wrote to Yamuna. He found out, he was very angry, he had to cancel all the invitations. He said, we'll do for Ram Navami, April 75. So he wrote Yamuna, her husband, because he was in charge. He said, don't mind, your wife Yamuna is more advanced than you. You should take advice from her. Don't mind, but she is more advanced. You take her advice, because he completely, what we say, failed, he failed in the completion, and he was just trying to appease Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhupada, it'll be finished by Janmashtami. It didn't happen. So then he wrote to Gurudas, husband, you take guidance from your wife. Don't mind, but she's more advanced than you. So, like that, sometimes the wife is more advanced than husband. So you have to see this Vaishnavi, Gandhari, more advanced. Dhritarashtra, materialistic, blind, spiritually blind. Gandhari was great, tapasvi, powerful devotee of Krishna. So sometimes happens, So we don't say, oh, woman, no. Especially in America, you can't say this. Everyone equal. Although by nature, a good woman always serve her husband. Ratnastri. Kripanidhi says, Ratnastri, wife is like jewel. Strinam rupam pativratam. A good wife is like a jewel, and her beauty is her vow to her husband, so always serving her husband. Even she may be more advanced, she will serve her husband. Of course, husband has to be devotee. Like sometimes wife has to give up demonic husband. Like Tulsi and her husband was big demon. So Vishnu had to kill the husband. Like that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Gaur Kripanidhi. सब लोग बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे